Hi guys, I've made it to the 1 month mark. So this is week 4 of my HCG monotherapy trial. I've actually been making a mistake with my treatment thus far, which I only just realised. So I thought that I was prescribed 125 IUs every other day as my starting dose. And actually, when I looked at the documents recently, I was prescribed 125 IUs twice per week. So I was doing sometimes up to double what I was actually prescribed to start off with. The reason that I made this mistake is, first of all, because I have PFS and I'm completely cognitively impaired. And the second reason is because I did so much research about HCG, and everywhere online it seems to be prescribed for every other day injections. So the reason that I found out that I'd made this mistake is I contacted Balance My Hormones to let them know I'm doing really well on this dose, and as per my doctor's instructions, he was keen to get me up to 250 IUs, I thought every other day. And when I spoke to them, they emailed back and they said, yes, your doctor is happy to put you up the dose. Your new dose is 250 IUs twice per week. So I thought, oh, that's pretty strange. I'll message them back and say, oh, well, that's not really upping the dose, that's just doing a more of a bolus dose. And so I checked my documents before emailing them, and actually they had originally prescribed me to only inject twice per week. So I'm slightly running out of HCG, but I've emailed them and it's all sorted out. So that's the first thing. I'll get my new set of HCG through in December. So that's when I'm going to go up to this 250 IUs twice per week. It's not really upping the dose much, because on some weeks, on the weeks where I was doing 4 times in a week, that's the same per week as 250 twice in a week. So yeah, it's not much of a change. Slightly disappointed, but that's my fault. So from December, things will change slightly, but it's not going to be on a per week basis anymore, medication. In terms of where I'm at, I'm not any better. I still have a slightly higher libido. All my symptoms are identical to before starting HCG. So 1 month in, yeah, I don't feel any different. I don't feel recovered from any other symptoms other than a slightly higher libido. And having a higher libido is fine, I guess, but to be completely honest, I've been in a relationship now for 5 years. It's not as if I'm single and going out clubbing and everything, so it can be a bit of a hindrance in some ways. And so, yeah, it wasn't necessarily a symptom that I was looking to treat. My libido had recovered, not to the point before I'd ever taken finasteride, or Accutane as well, should I say. But it was at a good enough spot for me to have a normal relationship with someone. And like I say, once you get further down into a relationship, many years down, you're going to have less sex, let's just be honest, as you did when you were 2 weeks in, for example. So it wasn't a symptom that I was trying to fix, but I'm happy to have a high libido. It makes me feel more human, I guess, but all of the other symptoms, and I've probably still got 30 or 40, I'm not going to bore you, just look at the list of symptoms. I've got them all. Digestion, neurological, physical, yeah, just I've got them all, basically, still. So the point of this update is to say, if you're not on it, or you can't get HCG, this doesn't seem like it's a silver bullet. So I wouldn't, at this point, be saying you have got to get on HCG, because I can't feel any different. So let's see how it is when the dose goes up, and eventually I will get to 500 IUs twice a week, so that'll be good. and I'm just going to fill you in each week. Maybe I'm going to have nothing to say, but it's just good to check in, and at least I'm documenting every single week what's going on with me, so that you can see if this does really work. You guys can scrutinize exactly what I did and exactly when I did it, and it's all on video. It's not just some random post from an anonymous person. I think it's really important that we all document treatments and cures and protocols and all that kind of stuff if we're going to be inclined to do them. So anyway, that's me for this week. Sorry it was late by a few days. I was working in London, so wasn't able to do it. Looking forward to next week's, and catch you soon. Thanks.